You can't imagine what it's like to be seated in this beautiful theater, remembering what happened here only a few weeks ago, when one of my songs that had been long, long laid away in a shoebox in the back of my closet came to life before a sold-out audience, before a symphony orchestra, before 3 collected choirs behind me. I only relived that moment a few moments ago in watching what happened that night. That evening, I was blinded by these same spotlights. And I'm realizing what an incredible thing that was, seeing the faces of the audience that I didn't see that night, knowing that this song, which was written in 1964, when I was watching the Fannie Lou Hamer facing down the Democratic National Convention in an attempt to seat her Mississippi Freedom Party, and her failure at being able to do that because President Lyndon Baines Johnson, who felt threatened by this upstart, this brave, courageous woman, and that he might lose his Southern bloc, had fought successfully to keep her Mississippi Freedom Party from being seated. And the next year, 1965, after he had passed the War on Poverty, after he had passed the Voters' Rights Act, after a period in the 60s of the assassinations, of trying, unsuccessfully at that point, to provide unity for her country. And I saw him again on television pleading with the country for unity, ending his speech with, "And we shall overcome." And I felt that this man had expropriated the anthem that had carried us through the civil rights revolutions, a country that was torn apart. And I vowed then that I would never again sing "We Shall Overcome," that it had been expropriated by the enemy. And I wrote this little song, "Your Hand in Mine," to replace it. That is a song that a few weeks ago was sung for the first time before this large audience, backed up by the Oakland Symphony, by 3 choirs, by a full audience who helped me to breathe life into this amazing little song that I don't think I realized until that moment how important it was and how important it can be. Still.
So the next thing we're going to hear is a piece by Betty Reid Soskin.
We gather here, I feel you near, on this beautiful night, your hand in mine, this simple sign of love. We span the miles, and where the smile is born of sharing this day, your hand in mine, this simple sign of love. Your fears like mine can be left behind. Close the spaces between. Let our love flow free in this moment be as one. Though our prophets say each a different way of this truth, they'd agree your hand in mine is a valid sign of love. We've traveled far from beyond a star, along paths of our lives. Still we found our way to this lovely day now here. In our hearts we know peace on earth can grow from these fingers love warmed. Your hand in mine, this simple sign of love. Your hand in mine, this simple sign of love. Your hand in mine, this simple sign of love. Your hand in mine, this holy sign of love. Thank you so much.